Have you ever wondered how Sprite became one of the most popular sodas on the planet? Sold in more than 190 countries and even outselling Pepsi in the US to claim the number 3 spot? Behind that success is a factory system capable of producing over 1 million bottles a day, each one delivering the same crisp lemon-lime taste no matter where it's opened. But how is it made in the factory? Well, let's uncover the entire process here at the Process World. Sprite didn't begin in the United States the way most people think. Its story actually starts in West Germany in 1959, where Coca-Cola launched a lemon-lime soda under the name Fanta Claire Zitrone, meaning clear lemon Fanta. It was crisp, caffeine-free, and refreshing, and it gave Coca-Cola the chance to test a drink that could stand against the rising popularity of 7-Up. Just 2 years later, in 1961, the drink was introduced to the U.S. market with a brand new identity, Sprite. The name came from Coca-Cola's old advertising mascot of the 1940s called Sprite Boy, and it quickly stuck. With its catchy name and refreshing taste, Sprite carved out a space for itself in the competitive soft drink world. From there, Sprite spread rapidly across the globe. Today, it's available in more than 190 countries, making it one of Coca-Cola's most successful brands. In the Middle East, Sprite became especially popular in the 1970s and 80s, with bottling plants opening in countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Egypt. Local production enabled the drink to remain affordable and widely available, solidifying Sprite's position as one of the region's go-to refreshments in the hot climate. Over the decades, the drink has become a cultural icon. The launch of Sprite Zero in 2004 gave fans a sugar-free option that still carried the same lemon-lime bite. Advertising also played a huge role in shaping Sprite's identity. From hip-hop collaborations in the 1990s to sports partnerships, the brand has always connected strongly with younger audiences, keeping its image fresh and relevant. But how do they make the drink? Well, before we continue, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. Every bottle of Sprite starts with one key ingredient that makes up almost the entire drink: water. It isn't just any water, though. In Sprite factories, it goes through several stages of purification, filtering out sediments, removing unwanted tastes or odors, and sterilizing it to make sure it's completely safe. Since water is more than 90% of the final drink, this step is absolutely crucial. Next comes the sweetness. Traditional Sprite uses cane sugar, dissolved into the purified water, to create a base syrup. In some markets, variations like high fructose corn syrup or sugar alternatives are used, depending on local regulations and consumer preferences. This sweetness balances the tart citrus flavors that make Sprite stand out. The real signature comes from the lemon-lime flavoring. Factories use carefully crafted flavor compounds derived from natural sources, blended to give Sprite its crisp citrus bite. The exact measurements and combination are tightly guarded. Only a handful of people inside Coca-Cola know the precise formula. That's why Sprite tastes the same whether you buy it in New York, Nairobi, or Tokyo. Before the mixing even starts, every batch of sugar and flavoring is checked for purity and quality. It's this level of attention that makes the drink consistent, refreshing, and safe for millions of people around the world each day. By the time the purified water, sugar, and flavors are ready, the foundation of Sprite has been set, and it's time for the real transformation to begin. It's when the ingredients are moved into an enormous stainless steel mixing tank that Sprite begins to take shape. Each ingredient is added in exact amounts, controlled by automated systems, and constantly checked by technicians. Even the smallest imbalance could change the taste, so precision here is everything. The sugar dissolves completely into the water, creating a smooth, sweet base. Then the citrus flavoring is introduced, giving the mixture that sharp and refreshing edge Sprite is known for. The tanks keep the liquid in constant motion, so every drop blends evenly, ensuring consistency from the first sip to the last. Throughout the process, samples are taken and tested in on-site labs. Experts measure sweetness, acidity, and purity to make sure the formula is exactly where it needs to be. By the end of this stage, the foundation of the drink is complete. The mixture has the sweetness and citrus bite, but it still needs one more defining element: the fizz that makes Sprite so lively. That's the next step: carbonation. To add that sparkle, the liquid is cooled to very low temperatures and transferred into carbonation tanks. Cooling is important because cold liquid can hold more carbon dioxide, which means stronger, longer-lasting fizz. Carbon dioxide is then injected into the drink under carefully controlled high pressure. This process creates those tiny bubbles that race to the surface every time you open a bottle or can. The amount of gas added is measured down to exact levels, because even small changes in carbonation can alter the taste and texture. Technicians monitor pressure, temperature, and gas levels during the entire step to make sure the carbonation is perfectly balanced. The goal is to deliver the crisp, fizzy sensation that Sprite is known for in every market worldwide. Once Sprite is carbonated, it's ready to move from massive tanks into the packaging line. This is one of the busiest and most impressive parts of the factory, where thousands of containers are filled every hour. Whether it's PET bottles, glass bottles, or aluminum cans, each one has to be perfectly prepared before receiving the drink. Every container is first washed and sterilized to remove even the tiniest trace of dust or bacteria. Automated systems handle this with high-pressure rinses and steam, so every bottle or can is spotless. Only then is it sent down the conveyor to the filling stations. The filling machines work at incredible speed, dispensing the exact amount of Sprite into each container. As soon as the liquid goes in, capping machines seal the bottles within seconds. This tight seal keeps the carbonation locked in and ensures that when someone opens it later, the soda tastes just as fresh as the moment it was bottled. Quality checks don't stop here. Sensors monitor fill levels, caps, and seals, while random samples are pulled for lab testing. Every detail matters, because consistency is what makes Sprite recognizable everywhere. At the end of this stage, rows of neatly capped bottles and cans are moving along conveyor belts, ready for the next step: packaging and shipping. In this stage, machines group the drinks into crates, cartons, or shrink-wrap packs, depending on where they'll be sold. Every package is designed to protect the bottles during transport, preventing leaks or damage on the long trip to stores. Conveyor belts move finished packs toward stacking systems, where they're placed onto pallets in perfect rows. These pallets are then wrapped securely to hold everything in place. The moment they're ready, forklifts move them into storage areas, waiting for trucks and shipping containers. From there, Sprite begins its global journey. Whether it's traveling a few kilometers to a neighborhood shop or crossing oceans to reach international markets, the packaging ensures the drink arrives with the same taste and freshness. The scale is massive. Millions of bottles leave factories each day, flowing through distribution networks that stretch across nearly every corner of the world. And that's it. Now to you, if you had the chance to design the next big Sprite twist, whether it's a bold new flavor, a futuristic bottle, or even a new way to enjoy it, what would you create? Comment down below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.